Hello students, welcome to second lecture for metric space. In last lecture, we saw the definition of metric space. Recall that definition because we have to take some examples. The definition is X be a non-empty set, a function D from X cross X. X should not be empty, means X has at least one element. A function D from X cross X to R is said to be metric. X cross X is set of all elements of the form of ordered pairs X, Y, where X and Y belongs to set X, which is non-empty set. That function D is said to be metric on X if it satisfies the following conditions. First is non-negativity. D of xy is greater than or equal to 0 for every x and y belongs to X. D of xy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y for x, y belongs to set X. Third one is D of xy is D of yx. And last is D of xy less than or equal to D of xz plus D of zy. Indirectly, we have D as a distance function. Distance is greater than or equal to 0. Secondly, distance is equal, if the distance between 2 points is 0, then that 2 points are same. Third is distance of one point to the another point is same as distance of the second point to the first point. And next is, if these are 2 points, X and Y, and we are calculating this distance, we go from the point X to Y through another path. Suppose this is the third point Z in the same set X. If you choose this path from X to Z and Z to Y, means this distance D of xy is less than or equal to the distance of xz plus the distance of zy. This is the triangle inequality. We have three examples. First is usual metric. If you take set X is set of real numbers and the metric D depend on the set of real numbers by D of xy is equal to mod of x minus y, then this is a metric. Second example, we have taken the second example, X is equal to set of all points in the plane. This R2 plane is the set of all points. This is x-axis, y-axis, and any point, if this point is x on x-axis and this is y on y-axis, then this intersection gives us ordered pair xy. Means this is a plane R2 and every point in this plane is of the type of ordered pair x and y. If you take this set X is equal to R2 and define a metric on this set by D of xy is equal to square root of x1 minus y1 square plus x2 minus y2 square, where this x is given by, because x is in R2, x is of the form of x1, x2 and y is equal to y1, y2. These are points in the plane R2. Then this is the metric on set R2. This metric is called as Euclidean metric. There is one more metric. Third is X is any non-empty set and define a metric on set X by D of xy is equal to 1 if X is not equal to y and 0 if X is equal to y. This metric is called as a discrete metric on set X, where X is any non-empty set. This is referred as discrete metric. Means this is the metric which defines the distance as 0 if the point is itself. If you are calculating distance of x from x, then the distance is 0, and if that 2 points are not equal, then the distance between that 2 points is 1. This is called as a discrete metric. Now we go to the next example. The metric defined on a set of all continuous function. Example number 4. C of AB be set of all real valued continuous functions on the closed interval AB for x, y belongs to CAB. Define the metric whose notation is d infinity of xy is equal to maximum of mod of x of t minus y of t, where t belongs to AB. Now CAB is a set of all continuous real valued function on the closed interval AB. This CAB is equal to the set of all continuous functions f of x whose images are real numbers, means it is real valued function. The f function has codomain set of real numbers. F of x, where f is continuous function and x belongs to closed interval AB. This is the set CAB, set of all continuous real valued function, and we are defining metric on this set C of AB. It is non-empty. Now define the metric d infinity on this set CAB by maximum of mod of x of t minus y of t, where t belongs to closed interval AB. Then this is a metric. Then show that d infinity is a metric on CAB. For d infinity to be a metric on CAB, we must have 4 properties of the metric. Suppose that are M1, M2, M3 and M4. We go one by one. Solution. The first property of the metric is d of xy is positive for all xy belongs to set x. Given that d infinity of xy is equal to maximum of mod of x of t minus y of t, where t belongs to closed interval AB. Being modulus x of t minus y of t, mod of x of t minus y of t is positive, it is greater than or equal to 0, and we are taking maximum of that modulus. T varies from A to B and we are taking maximum of this modulus, hence it is always greater than or equal to 0 because it is a mod function. This is greater than or equal to 0, and this happen for all x, y belongs to CAB. Because our x set, this x set is the set of all continuous real valued functions. Second property of the metric is that d of xy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. Now, if we consider d of xy is equal to 0, by given definition, this gives us maximum of t belongs to AB mod of x of t minus y of t is equal to 0. Now see, this is modulus mod of x is equal to x whenever x is positive, minus x whenever x is negative, 0 if x is 0 itself. This means modulus of any number is greater than or equal to 0. Now this maximum of this modulus is equal to 0. Therefore, we must have each mod is equal to 0. It cannot be negative, and we are taking maximum for t belongs to AB. Therefore, mod of x of t minus y of t must equal to 0. This d infinity of xy is equal to 0 if and only if the defined metric is maximum of x of t minus y of t equal to 0. If and only if this mod of x of t minus y of t is equal to 0, mod of this difference is 0, means this quantity x of t minus y of t is equal to 0, where this t belongs to closed interval AB. This means x of t is equal to y of t for all t belongs to AB. Now x and y are not the numbers, they are functions defined on the closed interval AB, and they are continuous real valued functions. X of t is equal to y of t means x function taking same value as that of the y function. Hence both the functions are identical and their notations are x and y. In given definition of metric, x represents a function, y also represents a function, and here we proved that the functions x and y have same images for all t belongs to closed interval AB. See, x is from closed interval AB to R. This is actually a function defined by x of t, suppose where t belongs to closed AB. Y is again a function from AB to R such that x and y are continuous functions, and we proved that x of t equal to y of t means these two functions are identical. This implies x is equal to y. Hence, we proved the second property M2. D of xy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. Third one is d of xy is equal to d of yx. Again remember that x and y are not the numbers, they are functions now, depend on the closed interval AB. Consider d of xy is equal to, again consider the given definition, maximum of mod of x of t minus y of t. Mod of x of t minus y of t. This t belongs to closed interval AB. We can rewrite this as maximum of t belongs to closed interval AB mod of y of t minus x of t. Okay. Now this is equal to d of yx, because this is the difference of y of t and x of t, hence it is written as d infinity of yx, because given definition is d infinity of xy is maximum of mod of x of t minus y of t, and hence we proved that d infinity of xy is equal to d infinity of yx for all x, y belongs to CAB. Continuous functions on the closed interval AB. This is the third property of the metric. The last property of the metric is triangle inequality. Now we prove that last property. Triangle inequality has left side d of xy, and for that you require three functions x, y and z. Let us consider x, y, z belongs to CAB. As soon as x, y, z belongs to CAB, we must have all three functions are three. As soon as x, y, z belongs to CAB, all are functions, and we have taken the variable for that function as t. Consider d of xy, given that it is maximum of t belongs to AB, mod of x of t minus y of t. Now this is equal to maximum of t belongs to AB. We want to show that it is less than or equal to d of xz plus d of zy. So we are adjusting one term within the modulus x of t minus z of t plus z of t minus y of t. We know that mod of x of t minus z of t plus z of t minus y of t is less than or equal to mod of x of t minus z of t plus mod of z of t minus y of t. Now taking the maximum of both sides for t belongs to closed interval AB. Why? Because we are already defined all three functions over closed interval AB, which are continuous and real valued. Maximum of mod of x of t minus z of t plus z of t minus y of t is less than or equal to maximum of mod of x of t minus z of t plus maximum of z of t minus y of t. And using this condition in this step, therefore d infinity of xy is less than or equal to maximum of mod of x of t minus z of t plus maximum of mod of z of t minus y of t. This is the modulus. This maximum of z x of t minus z of t is d of xz. See the definition. D of xy is maximum of mod of x of t minus y of t. Here we have maximum of x of t minus z of t, and t belongs to closed interval AB. Therefore, it is equal to d of xz. Here is also maximum for t belongs to AB for the function mod of z of t minus y of t. Hence, we can write that as d of zy. Hence, we proved that d infinity of xy is less than or equal to d infinity of xz plus d infinity of zy. Hence, d is a metric on the set of all continuous real valued function defined on closed interval AB. Let us see the next example. Example number 5. Let x is equal to set of all points in the plane R2 for x is equal to x1, x2, y equal to y1, y2 in x. D of xy is equal to mod of x1 minus y1 plus mod of x2 minus y2. Then show that D is a metric on set X. given that set X is non-empty, it is a set of all points in the plane. Now we show that this D defines a metric on set R2. Solution. First property of the metric is, in definition, the first point is D of xy greater than or equal to 0. We have D of xy is equal to mod of x1 minus y1 plus mod of x2 minus y2. This is the addition of two modulus, hence it is non-negative. It is greater than or equal to 0 always. This is true for all x, y belongs to R2. These are points in R2 means x is of the form of x1, x2. Given form is this. X is x1, x2 and y is y1, y2. We are defining the metric on set R2. Now the second one is D of xy equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. M2 is that suppose D of xy is equal to 0. By definition, by given definition, this D of xy is mod of x1 minus y1 plus mod of x2 minus y2 is equal to 0. The addition of two non-negative numbers is equal to 0. x1, x2, y1, y2 are real numbers because xy belongs to R2. This x1, x2, y1, y2 are real numbers. This is non-negative real number. This is a non-negative real number. Addition of two non-negative real numbers is 0. Hence, that both numbers are equal to 0. This is if and only if statement. If and only if mod of x1 minus y1 is equal to 0. At the same time, mod of x2 minus y2 is equal to 0. Modulus of some number is 0 means the number itself is 0. I am calling that as number because they are the real numbers. If and only if x1 minus y1 equal to 0 and x2 minus y2 is equal to 0. This implies x1 is equal to y1 and x2 is equal to y2. As we have x1 and x2 are the coordinates for point x, y1, y2 are coordinates for point y, we can write from this as x1, x2, this ordered pair is same as the second ordered pair y1, y2. Because we know two ordered pairs are same if and only if their corresponding coordinates are same. First coordinate is same as first and second coordinate for the first ordered pair is same as second coordinate of the second ordered pair. Hence, we come to the step x is equal to y. Therefore, dxy equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. M3, third point of the definition is d of xy is same as d of yx. Now, d of xy is given by mod of x1 minus y1 plus mod of x2 minus y2. We can write this as, we want this to be d of yx. Hence, we can write this mod of y1 minus x1 plus mod of y2 minus x2. This is nothing but what? D of yx, and it is true for all x, y belongs to the set of all points in the plane R2. Third, last property is triangle inequality. We are calling that property as M4. To show that the triangle inequality is true, we must consider the 3 points from the set R2. We know the 2 points x and y. Mention the next point. Suppose z is equal to z1, z2 belongs to R2. And we already have x is equal to x1, x2, y equal to y1, y2 belongs to R2. Consider d of xy is equal to, by given definition of metric, d of xy is mod of x1 minus y1 plus mod of x2 minus y2. This is equal to mod of x1 minus z1 plus z1 minus y1 plus mod of x2 minus z2 plus z2 minus y2. This first modulus. For this first modulus, if we consider separately, or we can directly write there, put the bracket for x1 z1 and z1 minus y1, and next is for x2 minus z2 and for z2 minus y2. This first modulus, by triangle inequality, it is less than or equal to mod of x1 minus z1 plus mod of z1 minus y1. By triangle inequality, mod of a plus b less than or equal to mod a plus mod b. Here a is x1 minus z1 and b is z1 minus y1. Similarly, for the second modulus, we write mod of x2 minus z2 plus mod of z2 minus y2. We have to prove that d of xy is less than or equal to d of xz plus d of zy. The d of xz, the value of d of xz, by given definition, d of xz will be mod of x1 minus z1 plus mod of x2 minus z2. We already have both the modulus in the last step, x1 mod of x1 minus z1 and mod of x2 minus z2. This is equal to mod of x1 minus z1 plus mod of x2 minus z2 plus the remaining modulus are mod of z1 minus y1 plus mod of z2 minus y2. Consider first two modulus and write its value. By given defined metric, this will be here. By given defined metric, the addition of first two moduli will be d of xz. Hence, d of xy is less than or equal to, this sign is less than or equal to, this first bracket is d of xz plus the next one is d of yz. Hence, all the four properties of the metric are satisfied by the given defined metric. Hence, D is a metric on set R2. Now, the next example is example number 6. The metric is defined by d of xy is equal to mod of x square minus y square, where x is equal to set of real numbers. Now, is D a metric on set X? D function will be metric on set X if and only if D satisfies these four properties. Now, given that set X is R, it is non-empty. See the definition, X is non-empty set, and here X is set of real numbers, it is non-empty. D is a function from X cross X to R. D is a function from X cross X because xy belongs to set of real numbers, and d of xy is defined by mod of x square minus y square. See one by one property. If any one of the property is not true for this defined function, then we can say that D is not a metric on the set X. If D can satisfy all the four properties, then D will be metric on the set R, set of real numbers. First, M1, we must have d of xy greater than or equal to 0. Given that d of xy is equal to mod of x square minus y square, we know that modulus is non-negative, hence it is greater than or equal to 0 for all x, y belongs to R. because this modulus is non-negative for every real number x and y. Hence for all xy belongs to R, we have d of xy greater than or equal to 0. Second property of the metric is d of xy is equal to 0 if and only if x is equal to y. If suppose d of xy is equal to 0, given that d of xy is mod of x square minus y square is equal to 0, modulus of some real number is 0, x is real number, set x, given set x is set of real numbers, this x and y are real numbers, hence their squares are also real numbers and the difference is also a real number, hence its modulus is a real number. Now x square minus y square and its modulus is equal to 0, means that real number inside the modulus must equal to 0. Therefore x square minus y square is equal to 0. This means x square is equal to y square. What is the M2 property? D of xy is 0 if and only if x is equal to y. We are considered d of xy is equal to 0 and we are getting x square is equal to y square. This means what? X is equal to plus or minus y, because any square root has always two values, plus and minus. For D to be metric on set x, we must have x is equal to y only, and here we are getting the second possibility as x is equal to minus y. Hence we cannot say that d of xy equal to 0 implies x is equal to y. Hence D is not a metric on set of real numbers, not satisfying the second property of the definition of metric d of xy 0 if and only if x is equal to y, because here we are getting x has two values, not only plus y, it is also minus y. Therefore D is not a metric on set x and x is set of real numbers. Thank you, students.